Can you start by updating us on some injured players?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I have to wait till tomorrow morning
Okay.
in the morning skate. So I think right now, today, some are not as bad as we thought it was. So right now, with one more day treatment, we'll know more tomorrow morning. So there's a few that we really have to keep our eye on. So some guys are maintenance, some guys are wait and see.
That would lead to the assumption then that you're not firm on what you're going to look like roster-wise?
No. I'd love to go 12-6. We might have to go 11-7. But right now, yeah, I have to wait till the morning skate.
You know who your goaltender will be tomorrow?
It will be Condo tomorrow.
You're going to ride him?
Yeah, you know what? That's why we sign him. We sign him so that just like with the forwards, you know, some nights Stone scores a goal, but some other nights got to be somebody else. And there's times where you know, your best players are have to give the chance to the other guys to do the job, whether it's power play, penalty kill, or otherwise. And you know, Condo's played well the game before. Played such a terrific third period yesterday. I mean, that's why we signed him, and this is the time for him to give us some strong minutes.
As far as Craig goes, it's just a bit of a struggle for him right now.
Well, it's too bad for that game, to be honest with you, because he had played well the previous game that he had played on. So I don't want to say it's a stretch. It's just that one game. And it's when you look at the goals, they were weird. Like, it just the way they happened. The first three goals, not much you could do on them, you know. And I just thought it was the moment to try to change something in terms of the atmosphere of the game. And then we actually had to talk about, you know, what are we doing tomorrow, really. But in the end, we just thought, hey, Condo's played good the last two games, so let's write that. And then, you know, Andy after that, we'll see when we put him back in. But you know, it's like the other players. Whether it's Eric that, you know, plays certain minutes, and some other nights we want other guys to take over and give him a break. It's the same thing.
I mean, I guess on Condon, you just. When you have the kind of finish that you had too.
Yes.
You don't want, like, to take him out.
No,
right?
no.
Yeah.
You know, and he won us the game yesterday. So I mean, it wouldn't be very smart to say, okay, you won us the game, and you know, wait for your next game. I think what's been tough for him since the beginning is having to play sporadically. Where last year he had so many games in a row, and I think right now it's our chance to give him a few minutes in a row, a few games in a row, to just, you know, have him continue to play at his best. I think he has done that the last two games. And yes, with the big save he made at the end, I'm a big guy for rewarding guys. He's like Zingle. We started him on the fourth line, and he played great. He deserved it, so I brought him up to the third line. So I think it's the same with the goaltenders here, where, you know, if Andy can get a break there, perfect. You know, we're looking at the schedule all year long to figure out how we can give a lot of games to Andy, but also a lot of breaks. And I think this is a perfect moment.
Sorry, just Gord asked you about the injured players, but just
yes.
One of the guys we obviously saw get slashed was Bobby Ryan.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys. Yes, I mean that was a hard slash. So it's there's nothing broken. There's nothing, but it's, you know, it's hurting. So right now we have to wait until tomorrow to see how, you know, if he can hold his stick, and if he can, you know, that's where it's at right now. So, you know, we've got a few other guys. They're all forwards. We're okay on D. So really, it's a question of if we have our 12 forwards. If we don't have our 12 forwards, then we got to bring somebody up. If we want to play 12-6, or we go with 11-7. That's. Sorry?
Did Domenico come back?
Oh, he's playing tonight in Belleville. So the plan wasn't to bring him now. I mean, we're so happy to have him back. You know, when we sent him down, it wasn't to get rid of him. It was to keep him with us and keep him in our ranks and available. And then we lost him. But then we had the chance to go get Dumont, which somebody that we needed and we wanted. So now we got both. So, you know, we're really happy to have both. You need that depth.
Like, and he performed well at times too, right?
Yeah, Dito? Oh yeah, absolutely. What happened was, I think he played on adrenaline coming in, played great, he won us some games, you know, gave us some big goals. He's a very smart player that can make plays, so that the guys like to have him around too, which is, to be honest with you, I didn't know at first, you know, new guy coming in, but then after that, I saw when he left how the guys reacted to that, and they liked him. So it's definitely a positive element for the organization, whether he's with us or the American League or has to go back and forth. But he's certainly a guy that we can look at when we're especially losing. If we lose some skill guys, power play guys and guys who can make plays. And so, Dumont is the opposite. Dumont is the guy that's going to be the penalty kill, bring us some grinding, which he's done, and he's really doing a great job on a penalty kill. And so, it's two different players to bring us two different sets of tools. So it really depends on what we need at whatever moment.
Just like a housekeeping thing, did Ryan go skate today?
No, I'd say there's probably 3 guys that went skating today, 3-4 guys. So it was more today. I think it was more get the energy back. Let's morning skate tomorrow after everybody's mind and bodies have refreshed, because tomorrow's going to be tough. I mean, we just went into probably the toughest barn to play in this year because they hadn't lost, but we're probably going to the second hardest place to play in because they've been shellacking everybody.
What kind of game do you expect to get from the Winnipeg Jets?
When you look at the scores, you look at the video, they're firing from all cylinders, really. They've got a lot of speed with their forwards. They got some drive. They got a very good mix. Their goaltender's been doing great. They got a great set of defensemen. So right now, there's not much weaknesses to look at. So I think they come out strong in the first period. So that's what we're expecting. So I mean, this is as tough, if not more, than the last game. So it's a challenge. We're looking forward to the challenge, definitely. I think we were there for the last challenge. We built our team up the last 4 games, and we want to keep building it.
How do you build off the confidence of that win?
Well, the first thing is I think we scored some goals, and we hadn't done that for a little while. I think we also lived, being ahead and then coming back, and then they're ahead and then coming back. So there's a lot of character, I think, in that game. There really is. Our power play scored 2 goals, and we had we had over 60 shot attempts again, with lots of presence and rebounds and things that we were lacking for a little while, and now every game is getting better and better. So I think that's what we're looking forward to be able to do again and keep that up.